Hello, everyone. My name is Alonso Torres. I'm working in Kaleidos, here in a Madrid-based development company. In this lightning talk, I have very little time to tell you something very, very cool. Just like the rabbit in Alice in Wonderland, I'm trying to show you the magic at the end of the hole. So I'm going to talk about WebSockets, RabbitMQ, and Spring integration. So, traditionally, web pages usually are request response, but in the last few years, we've been trying to give more interaction to the front end, no? So we have a lot of pages that receive push notifications or subscribe to X data. We are receiving lots of amounts. Okay. So for this, we have WebSockets. WebSockets, usually we're using those but for non-blocking communication, push notifications. Okay, so maybe most of you already knew about this, about the WebSockets approach, but most of my time I'm a backend developer, and in the backend, for this kind of stuff, we were already using a very cool technology that is called RabbitMQ. So RabbitMQ is very cool. It's awesome. It's robust. It's reliable, scalable. You can have clusters of RabbitMQ. Interoperable. You can have your workers program in C++ or Java or Groovy. And it's really fast. It's crazy fast. It uses, under the hood, it uses Erlang. It's a technology done ad hoc for this kind of capabilities. It's easy to develop, and that's one of the things that I will show you. So my wish was just, if I could just call through WebSockets directly to Rabbit. So this is the question. How do I transform RabbitMQ in a WebSocket server? So it's this line. With this line, with the default RabbitMQ installation, you only have to open a shell and execute this line, and your RabbitMQ installation, now it's a WebSocket server. How many of you know that? Yeah, that's why. Yeah, so your wish has been granted. So, yeah, Stomp plugin. The Stomp plugin, it's really cool. Stomp is another web technology. Well, it's more like a protocol that it's built over WebSockets, but underneath uses WebSockets. It's WebSockets, okay? It's just a text protocol over WebSockets. But this text protocol gives semantics to the WebSocket. It gives meaning to them. And this is the really cool part. Like, we have a Stomp, and now the Rabbit knows which methods can match to other methods inside its internal protocols. So for example, we have in a Stomp, we have connect, we have send, we have subscribe, and those are the methods that RabbitMQ knows and can process. So the big picture is more like this. I'm going to show you a demo. I hope it works. Yeah, everything is running. Oops, sorry. You haven't seen anything. So, okay. Yeah, so if you now tweet with the hashtag grid, hopefully that's it. Your tweets will show here. What is happening here is I created a backend listener for Twitter. It's using the streaming API and pushing to the front-end server through Rabbit. And I will show you in these 10 minutes that are left how you can do that also. Thank you for the tweets. Okay, so you have all the code here. I will put this link again at the end of the presentation. Well, this is for if, if the internet was down, I was hoping to explain that. Okay, so this is more the demo I just showed you, how it's working. Okay, how this is work? This is a Spring Boot application at the back end that is only this, okay? So the Twitter handling, it's done here in Twitter Worker, and the only thing that the backend knows about the communication is here in the Worker Gateway. That's it. Okay, I lied a little bit because you can expose RabbitMQ as your WebSocket server, but that means that your RabbitMQ credentials have to be in the front end, and we normally don't want that. Okay, you could, but you don't want it. So normally, for a production setup, you want another server that does the relay. So what that piece does is very simple. It takes the WebSocket, it changes the credentials, and it proxies to the RabbitMQ. If I have time, I'll show you more stuff. But okay, so this is the relay. Only, this is, if you want to add more stuff that doesn't go to Rabbit, you can, but we only want these two topics to go through Rabbit. And well, this is just for course stuff. I'm showing you all the code, all the important code. Okay, for this part, I'm only using Spring integration to connect my backend to my Rabbit. This is, I tried to put it in a diagram to show you because maybe when I show you the code, it's not so clear. But what is happening here is just Rabbit sends a new message that goes through a transformation because we are receiving it as a string and we want as a map. And then it's calling my business logic that I showed you before, the one that asks to Twitter and process the request. This is all the code necessary to do the diagram as before. I think it's quite straightforward. And this is the Spring Integration DSL. For the output, it's really the same, only in the other direction. The nice thing here with the Spring Integration is that we can expose this code to the backend logic as an interface, and Spring Integration will fill the rest for us. We have only to say here a routing key, so I can have several different topics in my RabbitMQ. So for example, I put the tag grids, but maybe you are more interested in the Panama Papers, for example. So you can put that, and you will start receiving that. So now you have two RabbitMQ topics, and this is the key to route to one or the other. So that's it. Really, it seems almost like magic. Okay, so this is the output. It's the same code as before, but for the responses. Okay, I'm going to show you more cool stuff. I'm not bad about the time. So, more cool things about this approximation is that you are connected to Rabbit. So, if you open the RabbitMQ administrator, I don't know if you can see it very well, but here it says you have two Stomp clients connected. That's the WebSockets. And this other connection is the backend. And we can even see what is happening here. If I open the exchange, it uses the AMQ topic. I can see, well, this is a queue I created to show you another cool thing. So how this works? We have the AMQ topic. Where is the routine? Okay, here. Greet. Sorry? Oh, yeah. We have greet. This is the routing key. This is the topic. If I go back, oops, sorry. So I go back here, Groovy lang. Okay, now I have another topic. If I refresh, you'll see now I have 3 topics. Okay, these 2 are automatically created by the Stomp plugin, the Rabbit Stomp plugin. And the other one, this one, I created it by hand. I mean, I put it on the web in the admin. I put greet, and I bound the queue to the same routing key. Why that I did that? To demonstrate you, this is plain RabbitMQ. I can go here to the greet queue and just ask for 5 messages. And I got all the tweets that are being produced in the backend. Well, okay, the bad news. Always, everything in computers is about trade-offs. Security. I showed you a little bit of the Stomp relay server, but you have to put there more security normally, because if your WebSockets are, for example, trying to access to authenticated backend, you need to put the security. There is very little libraries to do that. You have to do some extra work there. So works better for anonymous use, for example, notifications of that kind of. But I mean, it's a really cool technology. So maybe we as a community could do more for that approach. And well, maybe you can have a kind of infrastructure hell, but maybe you have it already if you are using RabbitMQ. And we have Docker. I don't know if any of you have been in the Ivan's talk this morning, but he explained how this could be fixed. Well, I think the overall, it's very good stuff. 13 minutes, that's all I had. If you have any questions or want, I can show you more things, but I don't know. Go ahead.
Are you creating a new?
Sorry?
Are you going to create a new queue for every user that connects and enters a hashtag, or do you reuse?
Yeah, you could reuse, but it creates a new queue. Yeah, it does that. Any more questions? Okay, thank you. I can keep it. I have like 2 minutes, I can give that.